The accompanying data file shows information about 103 home loan applications. Variables on each application include 1. Whether the application is conventional or subsidized by the Federal Housing Administration. 2. Whether the property is a single or multi-family home. And 3. Whether the application is for the first-time purchase or refinancing. Using the first 5 applications, compute the matching coefficients for all pairwise observations based on loan type, property type, and purpose. We carry out this task in this partial Excel worksheet. The blue cells will contain formulas that refer to the first 5 observations in the dataset. We start in cell F4 where we use the function to compare the long type entries for borrowers 1 and 2. If they are the same, a value 1 is turned, otherwise 0 is returned. We use the same function in comparing loan 1 and loan 3, 1 and 4 and 1 and 5. We note that the row reference to loan 1 does not change, but the row reference to loans 3, 4, and 5 change. This is reflected in blue font. We use the same if function to compare loan 2 against loans 3, 4, and 5. In this function, loan 2 is in cell A3. The cell references to loans 3, 4, and 5 are in blue font. Here's the function for comparing loan 3 to loans 4 and 5. Here's the function for comparing loan 4 to loan 5. To populate the entries in cell range G4 to H13, where we compare the property type and the loan purpose of the first 5 loans, we simply copy cell range F4 to F13 and paste it onto cell range G4 to H4. Column G compares the first 5 loans in terms of property type. Column H compares the first 5 loan in terms of loan purpose. In column I, we count the number of ones that appear in columns F through H. A value 3 means that the loans being compared are identical. A value 2 means that 2 of the loan variables are the same. A value 0 means that none of the loan variables on the applications are the same. In other words, the loans are completely different. We use the sum function to accomplish this as reflected in this Excel formula for cell I4. This function returns value 3, which means that the first and second loan applications are identical. We copy cell I4 onto cell range I5 to I13. Next, we complete the loan comparison table in cell range F17 to J21. For example, in cell F18, we compare loans 1 and 2 by simply referring to cell I4, which returns the value 3. In other words, loans 1 and 2 are identical. Here are the comparison of loans 1 and 3, 1 and 4, and 1 and 5. We use the same process for completing the comparisons of loan 2 against loans 3, 4, and 5. Loan 3 against loans 4 and 5. Loan 4 against loan 5 as reflected in the completed frequency table. Next, we identify and describe the loan applications that are most and least similar to each other. We explain at the characteristic of these loan applications. We recall the frequency table. The values in this table are converted into matching coefficient using this equation where we divide the number of variables with matching outcomes by the total number of variables. 3. The matching coefficient between the first 5 loans are reflected in this table. For example, loan 1 versus loan 2 have a matching coefficient of 1.0. This means that these loans have all 3 variables having the same outcomes. In the same manner, loans 3 and 4 have a matching coefficient of 1. As such, we say that loans 1 and 2 are both federal single-family refinances, while loans 3 and 4 are both conventional single-family refinances. The pairs of loans 3 and 5 have a matching coefficient of 0. In other words, they are least similar or completely different from each other. Loan 3 is conventional single-family refinancing, while Loan 5 is a federal multifamily purchase loan.